Oh, it's Thursday. Yay. Woo. Dude, I was scrambling to get ready tonight. It was one of those.
I just got home like 5 minutes ago. I haven't been home yet.
Yeah, it was crazy. I left the shop at like 6:30 and got home, and then had to help with dinner and stuff, and then had to fix the dryer because the dryer has been disabled. First, the washer was broken, then the dryer vent hose. You know those stupid crinkly vent hoses? They're only good for like one or two connects because you do it 3-4 times and it just falls apart. Well, mine fell apart, so I had to order a new one and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I was scrambling to get all that done.
Yep.
It's Thursday. Hooray. So, hooray. How's everyone? Hopefully good. We're busy and we need Ferraris badly. We're desperate. We're down to one Ferrari in stock. It's not good.
Is that the lowest it's ever been?
Yeah. Well, as far as Ferraris, we actually have a decent amount of cars, but it's like just one Ferrari, which the Ferraris are our bread and butter.
It looks like we might have that Z06 sold.
Ooh. Yeah. That dude, I think you saw that I replied to him, basically tell him, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, okay, it's a little bit early, but I'll talk about this anyway because it's funny. So I've said this before in videos, and I'm gonna talk about this in my next vlog video because it's relevant. The quote normal sports cars, you have to price perfectly. If you don't, no one buys them. So we've had that Corvette C6 Z06 listed for $44,900 for a couple weeks, right? Crickets, like one or two offers, no one really serious, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to drop the price. I lower it $2,000. That's it. To $42,900. Oh, and by the way, at $44,900, the comments on Facebook were like, you're smoking crack, and oh my God, it's so expensive, and you're like all that, just everything, right? Everyone's throwing their arms out going, oh my God.
I love the internet.
Yeah. All that stuff, right? I relist it $2,000 cheaper. Oh my God, it's such a screaming deal. Best priced Corvette on the internet. And I'm not even kidding, like freaking 15 people plus messaging me already tonight.
Wow.
And it's just like boom, boom, boom. And everyone's like legit, like interested, not fake, like $2 in a cheeseburger thing. Nice. So by the way, if you hear my phone blowing up, it's probably people trying to buy the Corvette.
That's such a nice car for 40, even 45,000. Who cares?
Dude, I love that car. That's the first car that like wasn't on my radar that I'm kind of like, damn, like I need one of those.
Well, when you rolled into Stu's thing, it was like, oh yeah, I already know what car you're driving. Like big Lopey Chevy engine.
It's so fun.
You're talking about the Z06?
Yeah.
I drove it home.
Yeah,
it's so fast.
Dude,
I can't believe how fast it is.
It's just a little rocket ship, and then the sound that you get out of it is just intoxicatingly hilarious. Like you come to a stoplight, it's just sitting there blum, 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 blum. You're like, oh my God,
it's got the shake to it too. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I love that car. Anyway, so crazy how much the price sensitivity of normal sports cars is just, there's zero margin for error. You have to price it perfectly, because the problem is if you price it too low, you lose your ass, and if you price it too high, no one wants it. So, and that's been true of pretty much all of the like whatever. I keep saying normal sports cars, the sports cars that we're selling. So like the Mustangs and the Corvettes that we've already sold and that sort of stuff. It just has to be priced perfectly. So anyway, yeah, I think we have that car. I'm very confident it'll be sold in the next 48 hours.
Nice.
Or at least have a deposit in the next 48 hours.
All right, I just did some quick math here. if a 20-piece McNugget is still $5, it's 172,000 chicken McNuggets.
Oh,
It's a lot of nuggets.
that's
So-
a lot of nuggers.
Prep your McDonald's there, Kevin.
How much sweet and sour sauce is that?
Oh God.
How many gallons?
Oh jeez.
I could do the math real quick, but
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
right?
How many ounces is one of those packets?
It's probably like 1 ounce. No, it can't even be an ounce.
Can't be an ounce.
No,
It's
that's
gonna be
not
half
an
an
ounce. Maybe a half. I don't know. Well,
I'm gonna
Anyway,
do the math in the background while you guys are talking, and I'll let you know.
because we're dumb. So what else is going on? All right. Oh, he just ate edibles. All right, that's good. Let's see. So right now we've got the F8, we've got the C6 Z06, probably not for much longer. If you guys saw the video today, you saw we have the 1970 Mustang Fastback, which I also adore. We have the 2014 Roush Stage 3 Mustang, which I haven't listed yet, and that video is not out yet. We also have the 2017 Nissan 370Z Nismo.
Yeah. You leaving the fake money in it?
Jeez, that car. And then we got back our GT350R.
Oh, that got back quick.
Yeah, they actually
It'd be
shipped
about 200 gallons.
200 gallons.
200 gallons of sweet and sour. That's assuming each 20 piece comes with 3 of those.
All right.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of sugar. Woo.
Oh man, that's a lot of nuggers.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think-
8,600 20 packs.
Holy crap.
I love it. That's some good math. Well, is that all we have right now? I'm trying to think.
We have the 2 Mustangs, the Vet, the F8. Yeah, that's it.
In the Corvette. Yeah, the Corvette, the F8, the Nismo, and no, 3 Mustangs. We have 3 Mustangs right now.
In the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Is the Jeep still broken?
Just
Oh, yeah, dang it. They were supposed to get that drive shaft today. I need to call him tomorrow. I need to get rid of that damn thing. It's been,
Yeah.
that's one of those where the opportunity cost is making me more mad than the fact that it's actually broken. Because
Yeah.
I've now had that car for approaching 5 months. And it's like, God dang it. It was supposed to be in and out. Like,
Yep.
get the Jeep, drive it home, sell it in 2 weeks or whatever. And if it didn't sell, throw it on auction. Because it was, I don't want it. Like, I have no interest in that thing. So, yeah, that thing needs to go away. But yeah, it's just waiting on the drive shaft. So, oh, and technically the GT40 is still available. I actually lowered the price to something more reasonable today because I was like, all right, I should probably start to consider selling it.
And I have some news too. I sold my car.
Oh, you did? You finally said yes?
Somebody that watches our channel emailed and asked me about it like 6 months ago or something. And I was like, I don't really want to sell it, but I might in the future. I don't know. And she emailed me again like a week ago and was like, hey, I want to buy it. I've watched your video 50 times that you did on the car.
Oh, man.
And, give me a number. So I gave her a really high number and she said, okay. So I'm like, damn it. I was hoping she would say no. Because then I'll be like,
the right one.
I'm not going to sell it. But now it's like, God damn it. That's like the best 430 ever, but I'll get something else, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, well, I'd say that there's 2 things on it that would make it very challenging to ever get again, which is the color and the seats.
Yeah.
The seats you could probably get again without too much difficulty, a little bit of challenge. But the color, I mean.
But how clean it was, too. It's hard to find one. It's hard to find clean 430s. Most of them are so clapped out. It's just.
When you had
Yeah.
to do a little work to it, but it wasn't bad.
I did do some stuff.
Just the typical stuff.
Yeah.
Any serious
Time for a
offers?
high mile scud. Yeah. I was actually I found a 488 on Copart that had been hit in the front that still was running and didn't have the airbags deployed.
Oh,
So I'm like, should I buy a wrecked 488 and fix it?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So I'm keeping an eye on that to see if it ever comes up, because it says it's one of those deals where it's like sometime in the future it's going to sell. They're probably hashing out like insurance or whatever.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe something like that would be cool.
Yeah,
In a
that'd be sweet.
perfect world, I'd get a 458 in the right spec, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
No, I definitely don't have enough for the F8. If I did, I'd probably buy that car because it's so awesome. I would take the F8 in a heartbeat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is sick. Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny thing. We've joked about that for months. We're like, oh, if someone gave you the right amount of money, what would you get instead?
I know, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna go drive my Tesla for a while until something pops up.
You gotta have something by May, so get
Yeah,
on it.
That's true. Yeah. That's what I also thought about. I'm like, man, I really want to take the GT40 again in May.
Yeah.
So like,
and that's the other thing that I'm really bummed about is I don't get to take my car on the tail trip. But
dude, your car would bottom out everywhere on the
Oh,
drag.
God.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a blessing that you don't have to take.
Yeah, you might have lost the bumper.
No, the 356 I still have.
You should
I
take
still
that
have
on the
But
tail.
that's a fair weather car. Like you can only drive that if the temperature is between 60 and 80, and if there's no rain or anything, and
Now we can trailer this.
no, I'm gonna find something else before then, or take something we have. I'm not taking a car out
Yeah,
there.
no way.
Yep.
No way.
Not happening.
Yep.
If I have to rent a Turo car, I will.
The 570s and 720, how do we think they'll depreciate over the next few years? I mean, I feel like they're not going to go down too much more.
I don't know. I
'cause-
feel like the
else can they?
720s still have some room to fall.
yeah, maybe the
People
720s.
people
do.
are scared of them. They're expensive to work on. They require specialty tools. I mean, there's not a lot of people that are going to be willing to mess with that on a. Now they're what 5, 6, 7-year-old McLaren
Yeah.
for
Well,
$200 grand or whatever.
I think you're especially going to see it on the models falling out of manufacturer's warranty,
Right.
Yeah.
and then those ones that have been holding above 300s are going to start coming down really quick once they're no longer
Yeah.
covered.
I mean, you're seeing 720s below 200
Yeah.
now regularly, like frequently. And then 570s, occasionally you can find them right around 100 flat.
I would
So-
take a salvage 720.
Heck yeah.
But then you'd have to buy one of those computers and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it'd be fun to learn.
Yeah. I mean, if you get a VIN-locked one, they're only $600. They just got to sell it with a vehicle when you're done with
No.
it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you have a little different like scope since you can buy it for the business and use it for more than one car. But if you're just buying that car to have fun,
Story on the red Mustang. So I guess I'll tell the 30-second version of the story because I think we've told it before. But
yeah.
so we bought this Mustang at auction at Mannheim, and it was a Bring Me the VIN car, and they listed it as a 4.3 rating out of 5. Okay, which is 4.3 out of 5. That's supposed to be pretty damn good. And it didn't really have a whole lot listed as things wrong with the car. So the car shows up, and it's clearly been in an accident and not repaired very well. So like, it's got a super paint fade, like the clear coat is basically failed or faded on the rear wing. The overspray was all over the windows. So like someone had just fixed it and like didn't bother taping up the car properly. There was overspray on the trim. There's orange peel all over the paint. Just trash in the paint. And then we pop the trunk, and you can see a ripple in where the fender meets the trunk piece. So it's obviously been wrecked and put together and all that stuff. And they had swapped out the carbon wheels, and we didn't realize that, so that was a huge hit, and some other stuff. Anyway, so we get the car, and we don't really want to deal with it. So we sell it wholesale to another dealer, and Josh listed everything we could think of wrong with the car and took pictures of everything that we could see wrong with the car. And they get the car, and first of all, they're bullshit. They're full of shit, because they're like, oh, the AC doesn't work, and it's leaking from its shocks and all this other crap. And none of that's true. Like, all that shit works fine. So they were just making up crap. And hilariously, they changed the oil in it, or at least they said they changed the oil in it, which we had just changed the oil in it. So it got 2 oil changes in like a week. But they file an arbitration with us, saying that we didn't disclose that it was missing a trim piece on the front of the car. And one of the pictures is like a close-up of the missing trim piece, but Josh didn't type it into the description. So arbitration sided in their favor because we didn't disclose it. And so they just wanted to unwind the deal and ship it back to us. So we have it back.
Well,
So
they saw how bad the car was, and we're like, we don't want to sell this.
Yeah, that's what happened. Is they just got the car, like, oh crap, it's kind of a turd, and they didn't want to deal with it. So we're just, if someone does want it, like as a track toy or as a toy they don't really care about, you don't have to worry about.
The car drives great.
Oh, it drives, dude, it's so fun. We took it out to lunch. We were having a blast with it, power sliding corners and stuff. I mean, it's fun. But if you want it, we're selling it dirt cheap. Because at this point, we're already losing many thousands of dollars on it, so it just needs to go away and free up that money. So there's the quick version of the story. It's one of those where the opportunity cost is greater than the cost of trying to get our money back. Because we'll never, like, we could lie and cheat and whatever and sell it for probably $60,000. And actually, yeah, we'd be okay there if we sell it for 60, but not much.
Yeah.
So
I mean, realistically, all it needs is like a halfway decent paint job, and the car would be totally fine.
yeah, if someone spent, or I even think just if you wet sanded that whole side,
Yeah,
it would do a lot better.
I think you're making it seem a lot worse than it is.
Yeah, you just and if someone spent some time on it and a little bit of money, we have to pay the shipping. So that's we're losing our ass on it. So we're yeah. How much would it cost to recondition it? I mean, a couple grand. I'd say $2 or $3 grand. You could have it looking really pretty solid.
Or just put a bunch of race stickers on it and go have fun.
Yeah, it probably needs to be a track car.
Yeah.
I mean, so the thing is, it has actually, it's a one owner clean Carfax, which is hilarious.
It's only got 13,000 miles on it.
It's only got 13,500 miles on it. So the interior is like perfect. But yeah. Anyway, it sucks because that kind of soured my experience. I really wanted to try a GT350R, and I was really hoping that we'd get one and really be able to enjoy it, and it soured the whole thing. But it is really fun to drive. So that's what I need to do. I should just be driving that. Well, I guess it is low mile. I don't want to put too many miles on it.
Yeah.
If I put 500 or so miles on it, that's not too bad.
It shouldn't hurt it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna drive it back and forth next week. That'll be my daily driver for next week. No, we're not at the stub tomorrow. I'm going to the oh wait, tomorrow. Oh, 9 a.m. Probably too early. I'd probably be there by 9:30, but 9's gonna be cutting it close. What's the R difference? The R is like the race version or whatever, where it's got no rear seats. They lighten up the car. Did they do anything to the engine on those?
I'm not sure. It doesn't have a back seat.
I mean, besides the back seat, they did some other stuff. It's got some trim, like exterior trim that's in carbon fiber and stuff, and some other things. I can't remember. So, no, the twofer was the GT 500 we traded for the Roush in the 1970. Yeah. So there you go. Does it have heated and ventilated seats?
No, it has the Recaros.
No.
I think the R didn't come with the regular seats.
No, yeah, it's got the Recaro whatever seat. Those things are comfy.
They are comfy.
For being like track focused seats, they are one of the most comfortable track seats I've ever sat in. Like legit, they are so comfy and they hold you in place really well. I love the seats.
I would have never guessed a race seat.
I know, right? And, yeah, you're thinking, oh, a Mustang, like it's not gonna be that great. And you're like, damn, this is a really nice seat.
Especially when it says Recaro on it. Like you just expect it to be like, okay, I'm racing.
Right. Yeah. No, that was the funny thing is I'm like, oh man, it's got the Recaro. It's gonna be like, all tight and uncomfortable. And you get in, and you're like, I like this. They did a good job.
Nice.
So, I guess we talk about the title of this, the dramatic shift in our business. I don't know.
There's a lot of people asking.
Yeah.
Viewers. Not enough likes though. Come on, people.
Well, what are we at? I don't see it.
32.
What? We have 180 people watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta at least get like 50%. Oh, here's a quick diversion. How many hotels did you stay at? 2. And did I do anything to stay awake during your driving? I drank caffeine, which I normally don't drink caffeine. And that's it.
Someone cut that up so we can have proof of Dan drinking and driving.
I drank. Nice. All right. So the shift in the business is actually interesting. So I always find this funny because like throughout the history of this company and this whole thing, right? So if you go back to the beginning, it started off as like just me doing YouTube for shits and giggles, right? I just wanted to do videos to document and help other people be able to work on their Ferrari at home, because I felt like there was too much misinformation about how to work on these cars. So I'm like, well, screw it. If I work on my car, I'm just going to document it. And that's how it started. And I had no interest in anything other than just doing that. And then eventually, after a while, it got to where the YouTube revenue was paying for my Ferrari. So that was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And funny enough, I probably made more money on YouTube then than I do now, which is sad. But anyway, so then what was it, like a while later, that's when what was it, probably a year or so later is when I got laid off from my company. And so I really had to focus on trying to turn it into a real thing, because I decided I was done with trying to do the tech world. And then I think it was about a half a year after that was when I tried to start selling parts. And that was a game changer, right? The selling parts stuff was finally able to make enough money for me to at least like pay my mortgage and not go further into the hole every month, right? So I was like at least like break even, which was nice. So that was the first dramatic shift in the business, was doing the parts sales. And I kind of resisted that at first because I was doing affiliate stuff, because I didn't want to have to set up a website and track orders and manage all that stuff and whatever. And then I quickly realized that no, you got to do it yourself. So we did, or I did at first. Anyway, so that went on for a while. And then we started, and at the same time I was doing the service stuff, right? So or the consultations, not the service, but like consultation services. Then what was it, probably a year after that, so was when we finally fired up the dealership, and that was the game changer that really made the business take off and start doing pretty well. And so we've been doing the dealership side for about 3 years now, and it was interesting because at first the parts sales really was good, and then the dealership trumped the parts sales, and then we kind of let the parts sales go because we focused so hard on the dealership, and so parts sales suffered. So now the parts sales is kind of in the toilet. Well, then just recently we said, hey, we're going to start doing actual service on cars, right? And that suddenly, this last month, we did more service basically than car sales in revenue. It's pretty close.
Wow.
And so it's like, holy crap. Like, granted, this was probably an exceptional month because I think there's like the winners when everyone wants to get crap done, right? Like, you know, the car's sitting around, okay, do everything, right? So I can drive it all summer. So I suspect that the service might slow down during the summer a little bit, but that was unexpected. Like when that kicked, because the other thing that's kind of fascinating about that is it accidentally makes people buy more stuff from us on the parts side. Because now it's like, oh, hey, I want you guys to do some service on the car, but I also want these parts to be installed or whatever. And so we make a little bit of money on that too.
And then we're like, while it's here, you know, your valve covers are leaking or your water pump's leaking or whatever it is. And we're like, well, we can do that for you.
Yeah. And so it's funny because almost every single car that gets sent to us, we don't, here's the nice thing is, right? Like we're not like the typical dealership that's all like, oh, here's, you know, you got change your muffler bearings and all that, you know, like the way we kind of do it is we just like, we look over the car and we're just like, hey, here's the things that we noticed that could either be replaced or fixed or whatever that we can help you with. No pressure. Like if you want us to, great. If you don't, great. We don't care. Like it's up to you. And so almost every single person though is like, oh yeah, you might as well do that and that, or, you know, these things or whatever, just pick and choose. And so it's kind of interesting because, you know, the while you're in there aspect of it makes it appealing for everyone because hell, we've already done some of the labor. We don't have to do that much more. So we don't have to charge you that much more. So it definitely is cheaper than, you know, when you just take it to a shop for that particular thing. So like right now we have a 458 that's getting an exhaust swap, you know, on it. And he was like, oh, hey, and we didn't even bring it up. And he was like, hey, you've already got the bottom panel off. Could you guys do an oil change?
Nice.
Like, yeah, we're like, hell yeah. Like the bottom panel's off. That's like 80% of the work. Hell yeah. We'll definitely do an oil change. And I'm, you know, it's like the parts cost, you know, a lot, but the labor is going to be dirt cheap. So,
well, especially when you have people that know, hey, there's maintenance on my car that's probably coming up. And it's like, well, if half the labor is done, like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously,
that's especially when a car's getting a conversion done on it.
Oh,
everything's the transmission's out. Everything is right there. It's easier to do an exhaust or do valve covers or whatever. All of that stuff that's real deep in there. Yeah,
a number of like things that people do besides the conversion when they're doing a conversion is pretty significant because it's the only way to make those things be pretty cheap. You know, like if you just said, hey, change the valve cover gaskets on my 430, I'm gonna be like, okay, like that's gonna be a couple grand.
It's a bitch.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of work. That's gonna take 2 days, right? That's 2 days of labor. The parts are like $200.
Yeah,
but it's 2 days of labor. But if you're like, hey, do the valve cover gaskets while you're in there doing a conversion, I'm gonna be like, we can bang that out in like 4 hours. Actually, probably a little bit longer than that, but okay, it's still less than a day's worth of work, right? Because everything's already out. And it's way easier for us because we could literally stand there where the transmission is supposed to be and undo it.
Yep.
So we're not like leaning over. So my God, we will cut you a deal because it saves our backs.
The transmission mount is another one that's like, it's a real bitch to do that if you don't have the transmission out of the car.
Yeah.
It's like it sucks.
I think I
When
know
you
the
have
answer.
car, it takes like 15 minutes.
Yeah. There's a question on Instagram of, can you do my McLaren 720 Spider services?
Ooh,
It
depends.
What do they want? We can do basic stuff, but like if you're like, hey, can you diagnose my electrical issue? We're gonna be like, no, we can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our computer just isn't that
If you
super.
say, hey, can you do an exhaust for me and replace the accumulators? We could probably do that.
Yeah. Can you even reset service timing with the?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
some
we
of
can.
them. Some
Okay.
of them.
So you can at least do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were able to reset it. Actually, I think on your car,
Did we?
because we changed on your old car when we did an oil change before you bought it,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we did.
and we reset it.
There you go.
So it's interesting because I think what's going to happen is that the service side is going to be complementary to the dealership in that there's going to be times where the dealership is kicking ass and everyone wants to buy cars. And there's going to be other times where people aren't buying cars or, whatever. And the service side is going to be picking up. So for us, it's kind of been this like inflection point in the business where I feel like we might have like the room to just take a breath. And I'm not saying like we're not like raking. To be fair, we're not raking in the money, and we're not like hey, let's all go party now. Like we're not there yet.
Not even close.
Not even close. Like literally, we're like, our asphalt driveway is failing, but I don't think we can afford the couple $1,000s to fix it. So we're gonna punt on that right now. Like that's we're still at that
F8's
point.
for everyone. Yay!
Yeah, exactly right. So we're not there yet, but it's like, hey, like we actually like there's been many months where it was like, I think we're gonna be able to pay ourselves this month, and then like squeak it by, and like this month we're like, wow, we can pay ourselves.
Nice.
Definitely. But it's like, to be fair, there's also a bunch of bills coming due, like insurance and stuff, which
tax season.
Yeah. Well, we already paid the property tax, so that's good.
That's good. Yeah.
But insurance is next. That's the next big one. That's a.
Did you fill out that extra shit or no?
No, you said you were going to.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I better do that. God damn it! I hate all the fucking paper. Sorry.
Oh, dude,
I hate all the paperwork. It's just ridiculous.
So because we're doing service, we had to redo our insurance.
Oh.
They ask the most ridiculous questions.
Yep.
But
they like it's amazing the granularity that they want on this stuff. It's just like
they want a reason to deny a claim if something happens.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, that's the unfortunate reality is like the only way we'd ever make a claim is like unless if a car got totaled. It's basically it. Anything short of that, like if it's something that's, I don't know, $50,000 or less, probably wouldn't claim it. We'd just pay it.
Yep.
Because it's not worth it. Because we'd first of all, we'd get dropped. And second of all, they would fight us on it and not pay it anyway. They'd find some loophole. Oh, you didn't dot this T on Thursday. So God. Anyway, thoughts on that? Does that, I mean, anyone have anything to say? You guys sell to high net worth people sometimes. Why not ask them to invest in company? Well, I mean, we actually have
people don't want to bother with us.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of small potatoes, but also I don't know it's necessarily like if you're looking to invest money in us and make a bunch of money, you probably aren't investing in the right thing. If you want to invest in us because you want to participate and do car shit, that's a reason to do it. So but we actually do have a third party who's been interested in possibly investing in the company, and actually someone who is cool enough that I'm okay with possibly selling some equity. Because that's the thing is after a previous incident with a former equity holder, I have no interest in ever releasing any more equity to anyone else ever, except for maybe in this situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Understandable.
Insurance is a scam. I hate insurance. It's so dumb. Like, why can't they just make it
All
really
types
easy?
of insurance, not just our car insurance, lot insurance, health insurance in this country is just ridiculous.
Everything insurance is crap. What's
Daniel,
their
why
name?
would you even ask that question?
Dude, yeah, what?
His
Okay.
name's Ronald McDonald, and he's offering us $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, $1 trillion.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I'm reading that as the sarcastic internet meme lord thing, and it's funny, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
kinda read
could be
that
it. Maybe that's supposed to be funny or something. I don't know.
I read that in Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who's the daddy and what does he do? Who's your investor and how much does he give you?
Yeah. What's his name and social security number?
Yeah. And can you tell me his email address and phone number? Because I'd like to call him because I want some money too.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. If he invests and if he wants to participate in any of the videos or whatever, he will. That's his choice. So I know it wasn't serious. So yeah, that's it's been kind of a this weird organic unintentional shift in the business, starting the service side stuff up. And
Well,
it's
there's
actually
nobody else in the area really that does it. I mean,
it's
Ferrari of
very
Austin's
limited.
not going to do what we do.
Yeah. And we're hoping like we hope we can, I mean, it's funny because I don't even mind if people want us to do like basic stuff like, hey, I just need my annual service. I just need an oil change, whatever. Like, fine, all right, we can do that. Like, yeah, it doesn't really make us very much or any money, but I want to build these relationships that hopefully, okay, so you get your oil change done with us every year, and then finally you're like, you know what, it's time to buy another car. Well, hey, come to us. You know, like, so I'm interested in like, our plans for this company aren't like, hey, we're gonna run it for 2 years and peace out. Like, no, I want to, if everything goes right, I'd like to do this until I no longer can. So that's my hope.
Heck yeah. All right, this is a good question because it probably depends on the month.
Oh, it depends on the job
You're
too.
doing a rusty scud header job. That
Oh.
would probably be.
More lube. Yeah.
We haven't had a super chat in a while. Or is that turned off or something? Or
No, it's there. It's there.
oh, I haven't seen anything come through in like months. I feel
YouTube
like.
has this stuff where they're pushing us to push that stuff because they obviously want to make more money.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like shilling for money. Like, it's one thing
Yeah.
if someone wants to buy something from us, but just to like straight up like throw
Yeah, I
money.
mean that's a good point. So Google's going to take 30% of your super chat, or you could go buy a T-shirt and Dan gets a lot more of that cut.
Well,
And you get
not really.
not on a t-shirt.
Well-
we make like $5 on a t-shirt.
yeah, but of that $5, you get the full $5.
That's true. And you
and
get a
the
t-shirt.
and the person gets a T-shirt instead of just us saying something stupid that they want us to
That's
say.
true. It's kind of funny because it's almost flopped, right? So if you just straight give money to YouTube, YouTube takes 30. But if you buy something from us, like the margin's probably less than 30.
Yeah.
So it's flopped, but you get
Oh, there's a
something too.
super chat.
Oh,
Okay,
Oops.
so it is working.
see, it works. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
That one went straight to Josh since he brought it up.
Yep.
Dan, how cold is your pool water? Screw you, Fred. I don't want to jump in the pool. Oh, dude. That's a dozen eggs in Canada, not in the US right now.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, that's
see.
less than a dozen eggs. I just bought some. They're $7.
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, wait. Well, I'm not sure which
the
one's
water's
which.
probably warmer now because it's been warm the last couple days.
Yeah, I think it says 59.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
about
bad.
right. Your pool's a little smaller than mine. Mine's about 56. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not as horrible as what was it the other week? Like 40 something?
yeah, it was like 43 or something.
Woo.
Like,
That's
no thanks.
no. That would suck. Yeah. Well. Oh, what's this? Oh, I think I missed the. So the guy, the 720 person asking for 720 Spider Services asked, electrical ground issue, ground wire on the driver's seat. Ooh.
Yeah, good luck.
That doesn't sound fun.
I feel like that car would be hard to deal with that because it's got the carbon fiber tub and it's aluminum frame in the back.
Oh yeah.
Like, where do you ground all the electrical stuff? How's all that done? Okay.
Oh shoot. Do we need to start the swear jar? So the swear jar is funny because like you got to give us enough money to offset the money we make by losing the monetization.
I would take the somebody asked the Aventador or F8 all day long. Not even a question.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
The
Now, Aventador
I mean, the
SVJ
Aventador is kind of cool, but I think they're kind of a turd. I don't really like them personally.
The best thing about it is the sound it makes.
The sound, and they look cool, I guess.
I don't know. They're too in your face.
Got a single clutch still. I don't know. It's just if that thing breaks, it's going to be a nightmare to fix.
I still love the GT40. Oh damn! Look at that.
Figured it out.
Well, I'm glad I brought it up.
Hey. Now what is the super sticker versus just like?
It's the new thing. So it's the software doesn't show it. It's a dog wearing a bone hat.
Oh, okay. One of the little animated GIF things.
Yeah.
I don't have YouTube up. Because I found that if I have YouTube up while I'm streaming to YouTube and whatever, it risks my connection. Oh, Josh, P38 update.
I haven't touched it. It's sitting in Fred's shop, just chilling. As soon as I have time, I will get around to it. It needs a bunch of trim pieces that are all broken. It's running though.
Yeah, there's more cars we would not work on than cars we would work on.
I don't want to work on any modern Mercedes or BMW.
Like
within the last 5 years or so. I guess they would still be under warranty, but I've seen too many cars with issues. Land Rovers, newer Land Rovers, no thanks. They're trash.
Oh dang. Manual Scudder Pista.
Yeah.
100%. I bet a good super chat would get Dan to a pool. No.
$2,000 maybe.
Oh God, $2,000, dude. First of all, here's the problem with that. I would feel bad taking $2,000 from someone just to jump in the pool.
I wouldn't.
That makes like it's not worth $2,000.
So
it's really only $1,400 if you think about it.
It's worth what someone's willing to pay, and somebody's willing to pay you $2,000. So
no, the barbecue is not sold out. That reminds me, I should probably put that up there, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there it is. ngsc.me/barbecue. It's March 22nd at noon is officially when the barbecue starts. If the weather is cooperating, we're going to do a drive probably at like 10 a.m. starting at the stub. But we ask that you RSVP and pay for the barbecue so that we don't lose money on the barbecue. Probably about 40 spots total for parking. And yeah, Tyler's making barbecue, so it's going to be good.
Yep. Trying to figure out what to do. Brisket, obviously, but I don't know. Change it up, do the same thing. I don't know.
I mean, that last menu was a home run.
Yeah. I just want to keep it fresh, you know.
Yeah, you could bring the same stuff, but if you want to add something.
Oh, okay.
Do more work.
More work.
More work.
You're charging money this time, so I guess
we just crested 200 people watching.
Oh yeah.
It was at over 200 earlier.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, right as you said that, fell to 195.
Oh.
H2K pay Josh 2K to not burn his dinner.
Man, this guy likes to make fun of my cooking, and that I like burned dinner like a year ago, and he still talks about it. Not saying my cooking's any good, but this is funny.
Oof. Hell no. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that for $2,000.
What's your thoughts on the Aventador Ultimate?
It's the ultimate.
I think it's a cash
Lamborghini.
grab.
Yeah.
They've been running the same platform for like a decade and a half, and they're like, "Hey, how can we keep people spending money on the same?"
Well, that's how they do it, even with
Yeah.
all of them. You know, as they age, they start coming out with special editions to keep people interested. That's their
Yep.
MO.
All right, Dan, you got to yell Slayer. He did technically pay
What?
for it.
Oh,
He just didn't. He didn't put it in the super chat.
oh, I have to yell Slayer?
That's what he says.
Just Slayer like that? I don't know. Am I supposed to do it in a special voice?
I don't know. It's been a minute since I've been in the Slayer game.
What is this? There's a Slayer game?
I don't know. There was some
I
kid in
remember there
college
was
that
a
always.
time period where people would just run around and they would yell it
Yeah.
in like a deep, like,
Slayer?
yeah,
I'd never heard that.
yeah.
You know, we were much more juvenile. We had the PENIS game,
Oh yes, Pen
and
15.
you just
Club.
yell that out.
Yeah.
The Pen 15 Club.
Yeah, the Pen 15. Yeah. And I remember we were skiing, and we'd be on the chairlift, and you just yell it out. Because on the chairlift, you're kind of like, well, where the hell did that come from? You know?
Yep.
Yep. Well, oh Jesus Christ! Please take that one back. I know. I'm not gonna put that one up online. Lord. What's going on? Let's see here. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Hi,
intruder.
Turkey. Intruder alert. What you doing, bud? Okay. I see you have a packet. He's like, I'm just gonna chill here and eat my packet. And that's good. I like this one. My husband has too many excuses to buy shitty cars every year. It's gonna be spring soon. Weather's gonna be nice, so I need a new car. Do you guys buy cars every year? Every year?
I mean, every month or two, I get a new car.
Yeah. Josh is way got you beat.
Yeah. I mean,
I've been doing that for like 15 years now, so I've been through so many cars, it's not even funny.
I say personal cars, I actually don't change out that often. What?
Same.
What? Oh, okay. Sorry. What are you trying to do, bro? Oops. Let's see.
But it sounds like he needs to step into a Ferrari. There's an F8 for sale. Get rid of those shitty cars and get one nice one.
Right? I mean, that's an option, right? You can have a big old pile of shitty cars, or you can have like one nice car or two, depending on how much of a baller you are. Or if you're really a baller, you can have like, lots, but that's cool too. I will say, there is something a little bit freeing about having a shitty car because you just don't care.
I was just going to say that there's a nice little. It's very satisfying to drive around a shit box because you just like.
It's like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
you don't think about it.
It's totally like buying the used trailer versus buying new. When I bonged that Bullard at Buc-ee's, I was just like, meh.
Yep.
I was more scared that I like hit someone's car or something because you can't see. And so I was like, oh man, I'm like, damn, I hope I didn't damage someone's car. And then I like get out and I see I hit that Bullard. I'm like, oh, like who cares? Like, oh, that's all I'm good for? It's like I just wanted to eat my packet on your knee and then peace out.
My 430 has 55,000 miles on it.
What's a good starter DIY Ferrari?
360 probably, or 430.
430, 360. Yeah.
Depending on how much you want to spend. If you got under 100 budget, a 360 would probably be the way to go.
Oh, funny enough about that. He said his first swear word accidentally. I think it was last week.
Nice.
I forgot what we were doing. We were like getting him dressed we were taking him somewhere or something like that. And I don't remember, like Meg was trying to do something and like I don't know if like the zipper got stuck or something. She goes, you piece of shit or something like that. And he goes, piece of shit. And we're like, no, like, do not say that. No.
You're at that age.
Yeah. So we're like, oh crap, we got to start really watching ourselves. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
So perfect.
Like at the same, oh, it was hilarious. We were cracking up at the same time. We're like, oh no, like we don't want him to go to school and be that kid who's just like saying a bunch of bad, filthy words. But
Yep.
so far, that was the only time he's ever said it. So we're like, okay. Yeah. Actually, if you really want a DIY car, get a 360 without a PPI.
True. You want to learn quick.
You'll learn all
At least
sorts
know
of
what
great-
you're in for. Have someone look at it if you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And don't be scared off if they find a bunch of stuff, because most of the stuff's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's true. That's the funny thing is, like, don't look at PPIs that have noted stuff wrong with it as a sign of like, don't buy this car. It's these are the things I know are going to be wrong with this car.
Yep.
Because the funny thing is, like, if you're going to buy a Ferrari and you have someone do a PPI, how many times have you had someone do a PPI in a Ferrari before? Probably the first time ever, right? So if they go look at another Ferrari and they do another PPI and it's by the same person, they're probably going to find a bunch of crap wrong on that one too. So yeah.
People that are buying Ferraris aren't using their tax returns to buy them. That's what poor people do. They buy cars with their tax returns.
You mean the free loan that you gave to the government?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 0% interest loan. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in that I owe every year department.
That should be.
Eh. It like makes you nervous because I feel like you never know exactly what you're gonna owe.
True.
Like, am I gonna owe $5,000 or 25 grand? I don't know. It's roll the dice.
I try to pay in more than I think so that I'm not surprised at the end of the year. But last year I had to come up with some money. It sucked.
I'm 95% sure I'm gonna owe a pretty big chunk this year. I actually think I got money back last year. And it was like unintentional because some weird thing happened where I'd paid in way too much. And I had some, I don't remember what, but this year I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get my butt kicked. Not looking forward to it. So someone buy that 6-wheel Jeep because I need tax. I've got 2 more months. Or wait, crap. No. Well, yeah, about a month and a half ish. Get an OnlyFans to offset the taxes. Jeez. Actually, you know what I'm looking forward to? Hoovy keeps talking about how he needs to pay a bunch of money in taxes. So we need to we need to swoop in.
Yep.
Here we come to save the day, Hoovy. Sell us all your hoopties at dirt cheap prices.
I like it.
Oh man. I don't want to click on that one. Wait, what? Yeah, exactly. I'm getting $89,000 tax return.
I was like, if you're getting 89 grand back, you're probably doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, something major happened if you get that. Oh, damn it. We did talk about that, didn't we?
Yeah, I need to do that. I actually did the logo for it. I just never finished it.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to put that up. That'd be awesome. Only Ferraris.
April passed 100,000. I'm surprised she doesn't have more than that, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe people are just tired on the whole car stuff, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's really hard to get a channel to go big right now, unless it's already big. Yeah.
Yep.
Send me a free one for the idea. I mean,
That's only fair.
okay, that's fair.
Well, you should get the GT40s together. Is what you should do.
Ooh. Yes. I like this idea. Old and new Indigo Golf and Baby Blue Golf.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I like it. Although I think we both have number 9. No, wait, mine's number 6.
Oh, even better.
69, dude. Yes. Now we have to.
Yeah,
We have to do this. Hot girls doing oil changes. You're welcome.
Huh?
You know, I did that once. I had Meg do an oil change on a 458.
Oh yeah,
No
I
much.
remember that. Yeah.
She complained a lot.
Fred, I live alone. It's okay.
Wrong Tyler and
I
wrong.
know. Couldn't resist.
And yes, she does. Oh, nice. The 06 is a 6 and the 19 is a 9.
Nice.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, we haven't really made any money with any Porsches, so we don't really buy them that much.
I mean, just the Porsche buyers are a different breed. We'll just leave it at that.
The Porsches just, so we've done, I don't know, what, 5 Porsches now, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And I think of all of those, only one actually made real good money, and the rest were like super razor thin margins.
Mm.
And then we had a couple of those. Actually, wasn't it like 2 or 3 of those buyers? Yeah, it was 3. 3 of them had all sorts of post-sale stuff. I'll just put it that way, to be polite. That made it difficult for us.
Scott, I wouldn't recommend taking your car to Ferrari because the technicians there usually are younger and they have no experience working on these older cars typically. So you're better off to find an independent if you can. I'm sure there's got to be one there somewhere that does old Ferraris.
Do you know where the oil is coming from?
I don't know. I mean, maybe there's only a few places it could leak from if it's big. If it's a big leak.
I feel like if it's a big leak, it's got to be one of the lines.
Yeah.
Like an oil cooler line or something like
Yeah.
that. It's not like it's going to suddenly like bust out of the oil pan. So,
Yeah, how major of a leak? Like how much is under the car?
oops, this one. Rooting for the day NG Supercars sells an Enzo. Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
someday.
I mean, if we have an Enzo in stock, I hope it's not one that we're selling.
Right.
If we get to where we can buy an Enzo,
We
yeah,
should do a conversion on an Enzo.
Ooh.
theoretically you could.
I
Theoretically,
wonder if Makina could do that.
they've talked about it.
We should. I mean, it'd be hard to find a donor car, somebody that's willing to say, "Hey, here's my Enzo."
That's right. You got to find someone who's got giant cojones and a lot of time in their hands with their car because
I
they're
bet,
going
I
to
bet
do
Makina
a
could
lot.
figure it out. They could
Yeah.
probably figure it out.
I think the pedal box is going to be one of the trickiest parts, actually,
Yeah.
because I think you would have to do cables because there's going to be no routing for the rods to run.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, you would pretty much have to do cables because it's going to be more like a 430 where the engine's
Yeah.
behind you. I swear to God, I saw a post that they just made talking about that or hinting at that.
Makina did?
Yeah, on their Instagram.
Oh.
I
Well,
swear.
maybe we should get them on here to talk.
They're on Insta. I see them posting on Insta. Oh shit. Hold on. Someone's where did it go? All right. Well, I shouldn't be looking up crap while I'm sorry. It's really exciting to watch Dan browse Instagram. Okay, I'll get off that. Anyway, if you're still watching Makina, send us a link.
Are they on?
They were on Instagram. They were. I don't know if
He
they-
said we can talk, is what he said.
Oh, okay.
who. What?
Kina.
We can talk.
That's what he just replied on Instagram.
What the hell? My Instagram's not updating then.
I don't see Instagram.
Oh, son of a bitch! My
comment.
Instagram stopped scrolling like a mile back. Son of a bitch! Oops. Oh damn! People asked a bunch of questions.
Uh-oh.
Well, I thought didn't you guys just post a thing about an Enzo?
Is there comments
no,
supposed to be
It was
coming up?
You know what it was they posted about is someone's doing a GTO conversion.
Oh.
Oh,
Dang.
I knew they got some crazy cool car, and I was like, oh damn, that's gonna be neat.
That's cool.
That's really cool. I can't wait to see that, because that has the SF2 in it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's gonna shift like butter.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Head there.
Yeah, that'll be good. What's an Instagram?
It's a
It's
gram that's instant.
It's
Yeah.
it's a pile of crap. I hate Instagram. I am not good at Instagram. Our Instagram account only has a couple thousand subscribers or followers or whatever the hell they call it. That and Facebook, I have not. You want to hear a secret that's funny? So, my wife, Meg, has a secret Facebook page. I'm not going to give you any hints of what it's about because it's irrelevant. Her Facebook page has 135,000 followers, and she didn't even it's just been something she's run for years, just for fun, just because she thinks it's funny. And it's like, holy crap! Like, so I was like, man, I wish there was some way you could monetize this, but it's just for fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I said, don't even ask. I am not telling you. It's memes and jokes is basically all she's posting on it. Yeah. But I'm not giving you any hints of what it's about or any of that stuff, because
funny enough, when you showed it to me after I first moved here, it like, I don't know if it because of the conversation or whatever, but it came up in like the Facebook.
Oh, did it? Did you follow it?
I don't remember. I don't use Facebook much, so.
Okay. It's funny because I follow it, and every once in a while, I'll be scrolling through I'm usually looking for cars on Facebook, right? I'm scrolling through and I see it and I read something that's funny about it. And then later in the day, I'll be like, hey, Meg, I saw this funny post on Facebook and it was blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, that was mine. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it was yours. Sorry, I'm a dumbass.
Awesome.
Obviously, we have a similar humor.
Yes.
But there you go. Let's see here. I started a Reddit sub that peaked at 67,000
Whoa,
users.
what was it?
Damn. That's pretty legit.
What was it? I want to know what it is. This is crazy.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Jeez. That's got to be, I think that might be the highest for a GT40 yet. So I thought the previous high was 9. That's awesome.
Jeez.
See, GT40s are going up, so I'm buy mine.
Yep. And you lowered the price. Time to reverse that. Up.
Yeah. Right. I'll just increase the price. Is it not scrolling again? It is. God, what the hell?
It's a good question. 2005 Ford GT or a Scud?
Ooh. I haven't driven the Ford GT really, so
I would take the GT just because it's worth more and sell it and get a Scud and
There you
use
go.
the extra money for something else.
another 430.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, sorry, Makina had said a bunch of crap, and my stupid thing wasn't scrolling. It says it has to be cables for the Enzo, and they confirmed, yeah, they have a GTO with a fully custom shift tower that's fully exposed. That's cool.
Did they send you a message or something?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
The
there you
Instagram
go.
doesn't show up here, Josh, on this.
And for some reason, my Instagram stopped scrolling, so now I have to go in there and
It says it's grayed out when I go to like what comments should come through.
Yeah.
Instagram's grayed out for some reason.
Instagram's awful for live streaming. I have to set it up completely separate and independent from all the other streaming services. It's not automatic. It's the only one that's not automatic. So I have to like start the live stream, then log into Instagram, and then go tell it that I'm doing the live stream. And then when we're done here, I have to go back over there and tell it I'm done. Everything else just works. Who is Makina? It's Macchina. They are the company that we are using primarily for all of our conversions. And
They're like the EAG 2.0. It's
don't
different
associate them
people.
to that.
Yeah, that's true. I shouldn't do that.
Don't even say that.
They're not associated with EAG, but they make a way better product.
Yeah. Say don't put that bad juju towards them. That's wrong.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Uh,
But the 430s with their new updated parts are really good driving cars.
yeah.
They've got it like nailed down.
How are they compared to Dr. S? I think we talked about this. Actually, didn't we do a video on this?
Did we? If we did, it was a while ago.
Oh, look at Pagona. There you go. There's Pagona from Machina.
What are you up to these days?
Yeah. Haven't heard anything from you in a while. But anyway, I mean, honestly, those are the only two companies we use. Is Dr. S isn't Dr. S anymore. He's Cambio Manuele. So, and the vast majority of our recent kits have all been Machina. So they also do, so besides the 430s, 360s, they do 599s, 575s, 612s, and now the Murcielago. So
I saw a really good looking 612 for sale today, and I'm like,
no.
I know you hate the 612, but man, with the challenge wheels and it was black and it was lowered a little bit with a manual, I mean, that'd be a pretty cool car.
No. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Pagona, but I think Gallardo is on the list of cars to eventually convert, but currently no.
There's a company in Alabama that does R8s and Gallardos right now.
Yeah, there is.
Supposedly, we haven't worked with them or anything, but they supposedly got it locked down pretty good. I talked to somebody that had a car done by them.
From what I understand, the programming is far more simple.
Yeah.
So it's mostly just getting the part. And hilariously, you realize, here's the funniest thing about the Gallardo and the 430s is that they basically have the exact same actuator unit. So, like, the hardware is very similar. Oh, nice. You have parts in production.
Nice.
Well, there you go.
Someone made a joke at the very beginning of this that your drastic shift was converting manuals back to e-gears or F1.
Nice.
You're probably good with all the parts you have laying around.
What's up with these business names? Why not call it? Well, I mean, Machina Motorworks. Machina is.
If you called it Ferrari conversion kit, people, nobody would take you seriously.
It's like, well, they would sue you.
Yeah, you get a cease and desist.
Yeah, and that pigeonholes you. Like, if you make it, oh, we're conversion, whatever. Well, then what happens when you start making non-conversion parts and stuff? I don't know. Oh, Fred, that's funny that you think he owns a house.
Yeah. He might live in a house that's in his grandma's name or something.
Yeah, toilet paper. Oh, Lordy. That's funny. Yeah, the damn Insta is not scrolling anymore. Yeah, that's right. No one's egging houses anymore because you're like, that's like $1, $1, $1. That's
if
actually
you do that in Texas, you might get shot. So
that too.
That's true.
But I'm saying, like, actually, that could be a pretty bold statement. Is like, if you actually egg someone's house, like, I hate them enough to spend a bunch of money on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend $200 to wreck their car or house.
I've done a 24-hour live. It sucked.
Yep.
We did didn't we do a conversion or something like a year or two ago? Or Hoovies, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again. No,
we should do a live from Stop again though soon.
We should do a live wrenching again.
Oh yeah, that was.
We haven't done that. Fun. We got the good internet at the shop now.
Yeah.
We have to find something interesting to do because everybody's seen pretty much everything already.
That's true. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of new stuff. All right. Well said.
Yep.
Uh, love the live wrenching. All right. The heart.
The engine teardown was cool on the whatever that car was, a 328.
The
Way back in the Howard.
The 355.
Oh, 355.
Was that a 355? Okay.
Yeah.
I forget. That was a long time ago.
It was. It's hard to believe how much stuff has happened. I'm sure you have people that want to join your live a lot. However, I only see 1 or 2 different people over the years. Are you just strict on who you allow on? Kind of. I mean, I hate to say it, but like,
some people can be annoying, and we don't want anybody annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
like,
just let some rando on here, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "Who's that annoying person? Get him out of here!" You know, and then I have to deal with that.
Yep.
And then they're gonna be like, "Hey, can I come on again?" I'm like, "Well, no." And they're like, "Why not?" Well, because you suck.
Because everyone hated you.
Like, I don't want to have to do that. Like, there's currently 6 people that come on regularly.
Yep.
And there's kind of like the main 4, and then there's like 2 backups. It's kind of how it is.
I'll change the subject. What do y'all think about Dan and I doing the Ultima 600?
Sign up now. Do it.
I told Josh, I'm like, we have to. We have.
I
to.
watched the video, dude. I don't know.
See that? That looks scary.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks scary as shit. But
Dude, I mean, they were dodging cars left and right, and then there was people who were like flat out stop, and then someone comes at like 40 miles an hour and just like wham.
Yeah.
And I was
mean,
like,
they said the guy wasn't in the car, but someone still hit a stopped car at full speed.
That
you don't know what that is? Look it up. It's pretty funny.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we need to. Yeah.
100%.
That looks. I mean, I don't even care if we get featured on his channel or whatever. It'll bring some crazy content for us.
Yeah.
I will be out
and
there.
The
experience. And I know Ultima as well, so we can find a good one.
There you go.
I'll say the question is, who's gonna drive it? I don't know if I would want to do that.
I'll drive.
You'll do it?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, you gotta put in all the safety stuff, right?
I guess if you put in all the safety stuff, I'm like,
does it need a roll cage?
No, they said you can put in an internal cage if you want, but it's not required.
Okay.
But I feel like I would want one.
Yeah, after seeing some of those crashes, I would want one.
I would definitely want something on the driver's door. I don't even care about. You could do a half cage that just encapsulates the driver.
I'm wondering if there's a. I'll have to look around. I wonder if there's a cage you can buy. A lot of cars you can buy like a bolt-in cage.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody makes one for an Ultima.
Right. I mean, you can just cut off the roof and then just glue one.
I mean, we have a welder. I guess we could weld one in there.
Do you trust your welding skills with your life?
Oh,
good question.
No,
it's valid.
I probably pay for that one.
I definitely don't. I do know somebody that could do it though.
There you go.
That I do trust.
That's all you need.
And he'd probably love to help with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a riot. You should do it.
We need to sign up. 100%.
Get a big vinyl NGS logo for the hood.
Oh yeah. Like, no, just a big Basset Hound.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Right in the hood. Just yeah, we need to do that. And actually, if we do it, we gotta do something to the car to make it stand out.
Oh yeah.
Like Cleater had the huge American flag, which was brilliant, and then he had the truck horn on it, or the train horn.
Yep.
So we need something.
What do we do with the Ultima after the race?
What?
What do we do with the Ultima after the race?
Dude, you just scrap it.
If it's still runs.
No, you store it and then we take it to Alaska next year for
or launch it off the cliff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. That's assuming it still runs.
Assuming it still runs.
Because like a lot of those cars died. I mean, probably 3/4 of the field died.
Oh yeah, and there's more cars this time. They only had 70 some.
They said 76 cars.
Jeez.
It's a lot of Ultimas to take off the road.
Yep.
Suddenly the price of Ultimas goes shooting up.
Yep. I will be your cameraman. I'm going. So,
dude, we're in. I mean, let's do it.
Oh my god.
I'm so in. I didn't realize like I mean I when I saw they posted for it and it's like, oh, anyone can do this. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I looked, it was like $75 entry fee, and that's it.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, what?
Um,
This
the,
can't be.
I'm looking at the PDF that he puts out. Like, what are the requirements? It has to be completely stock.
Yeah.
Yep.
They can't have anything done to it.
That's
I mean, they
awesome.
ripped out the interior.
I have to put a race seat in it and do a Hans device and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would want all that. I would want a full race suit because
I've got one. You'd have to get one.
yeah, I don't want to burn to death. That sounds really not fun.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
We could do a fire suppression system in it too. They're not that expensive.
I mean, I feel like that's money well spent. I feel like any of the safety stuff, because your probability of crashing are 100%.
I wonder if you have to deploy the airbags before the race
Oh, you probably got to remove them, right?
or take them out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
you would
smart.
have to.
Yeah.
And they had most of them. The glass was all taken out too, except
Yeah,
for the
you
windshield.
want to take all the glass out but the windshield.
Yeah.
I like it.
Does he run tech for 76 car?
It says bumpers to remain stock. However, bumper covers may be removed to run with true fashion of Altimas. $500 bonus to the winner with no bumper covers.
Yes.
Come on. Oh my God, we're in.
I
It's
know.
like-
Steve said he already emailed them. So
Yeah, he just texted me that.
nice.
Wasn't it like October something?
Yeah, it's October sometime.
The only problem is I feel like now that everyone saw the first one, the demand for the second one is going to be off the
it's-
charts.
It is going to be off the charts.
They might have
That's
to
what-
do like 4 of them in one day.
I mean, think about it though. How many people are willing to go buy a Nissan Altima and then take it across the country to a race? And
76.
Yeah, at least 76.
at least 76.
I have your answer.
It's a pretty big undertaking. We could find an Altima. I
Oh.
want a 2-door Altima V6 with the manual transmission.
Yeah.
Ooh. That actually might be kind of expensive though.
If we found like a salvage one or something,
Yeah.
or we
yeah.
could get one from Copart that's been wrecked, and we could just throw some bumpers on it or whatever.
Or pull the bumpers off, you mean?
Yeah.
In like 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
It
Yeah.
did look insane. Like straight insanity. Like when he first said we have 76 cars, I'm like, that track is not that big.
No.
I mean, it's like, oh my God. What is it? It's a 3/4 mile oval. I mean, the start, dude, it was so many
Did
cars.
anybody get hurt?
They said
No.
no.
Yeah, they said no. Nothing serious, at least.
Which is
No, we're not getting one with a CVT in it. Hell no.
is definitely not going to finish.
Yeah.
Definitely want one with a manual if we could find one. They have Altimas with manuals.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hopefully there's something else going on in that area around that time that we could turn it into a whole thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like to drive all the way out there, otherwise would kind of suck. Actually, we should probably email them because like if we drive out there, could we park the truck and trailer there
They
I'm
probably
sure
have
they'd-
space for that.
in like a space, a spot for us to like have the truck and trailer there would be nice.
If nothing else, my boss lives literally 2 miles away. He's got acres, so I'm sure I
Oh.
could ask him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the Valvetronic 599 was
Sounds
phenomenal.
amazing.
Sound was epic.
Yeah.
That was. It turns that 599 into the car it should have been. I do not like the factory sound in the 599. It sounds weird. Yeah. Oh well. I don't like talking about the person referenced in this comment. We just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Drive out there and book your flight home. That's
Yep.
actually not a terrible idea. Oh. Got some serious crying tonight going on.
Uh-oh.
He's He's giving Meg some business. I have a feeling I'm gonna get paged soon.
Yep. Get 10 minutes, 9.5
Yeah,
minutes.
9 minutes, and Meg's gonna be like, "Where are you?" Oh lordy. See, we still gotta do. So the only question is, if we do that, do we do that instead of doing the $2,000 car challenge or whatever we're gonna do?
Mm,
I think we do both.
Okay. We keep saying this, and we keep not doing it. We need to commit. We need to just put a date.
well, there's a hard
commit.
date on the Ultima, so that's an easy one to commit to.
That one's easy, right? That's the thing. As soon as you put a date and you publicly state it, now you got to.
Yep.
So we need to just choose a date and be like, all right, this is the date for the X $1,000 car challenge, and then just start coming up with the rules on the fly. Who cares? Like, whatever. And it needs to be. I think we need to figure it out fairly soon, because do we want it to be the Sufferfest in Texas summer heat, or do you want to be kind to people? Because if we're gonna be kind to people, it needs to be in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably would have to be before we go in May.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
May, because once it gets to May,
It can get nasty.
it's there's a high probability of it getting not so fun.
I mean, I guess it depends on okay, torture people, but are you actually going to be anywhere where it might actually be dangerous if you break down in the middle of West Texas or something?
I mean, it depends what we do.
Yeah. So I guess that kind of defines things too.
I think we got to keep it within like a 2-hour radius or something like that. Not
Just
to go
be
crazy.
safe.
Like, oh, you don't have to drive to El Paso.
I mean, I think the other thing is we almost need to have someone stationed back at the stub with the truck and trailer hooked up, just in case. Because if someone
No,
legit
that's
gets
part
in
of the
trouble-
fun of it. If you break down, you got to find your way home.
Ooh,
There should probably be one camera car that can float between teams, just for outside shots, so it's not everything.
so now we're getting super complicated. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
can easily have GoPros in every car.
Yep.
And just have people who are reasonably competent filming. So I guess we need people who are willing to be on camera and willing to basically do what I do in every video: put the camera on their face and talk to the camera and tell you what's going on and show stuff going on, right? But that can all literally just be a GoPro.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to do anything special. Don't have to do special audio or whatever. Who cares, right? Just GoPro. Good enough.
Yep.
Or even, honestly, a cell phone. But the GoPro is going to be easier because you can pull up the chip.
Yeah. Although GoPros suck and stop
That's
working
true.
all the time.
It's funny is I've noticed some of the other big YouTubers switching to just using cell phones.
Yeah, I have too. Apparently, the new DJI little cameras aren't half bad, but I guess the battery doesn't last very long. So I don't know.
That's the other problem. If you do GoPro, you're going to need a bunch of batteries.
Oh God, you're gonna need 300 batteries.
Yeah. And you want at least probably GoPro 10s or 11s minimum because of the stability.
Yeah, that's the other hard part with phones is people are gonna be moving them quick and be unusable footage.
True. Well, we can figure out all the logistics and all that stuff, but I think maybe that's what you and I should do tomorrow, Josh. Is literally just put a date and then start sending the invites and get some commitments.
Yeah.
And then let's make it happen.
I dig it. The beater heater. I like it.
I still think, I mean, there's lots of ways to slice that up, and I think we could do some stuff to make it different than other cheap car challenges that have happened.
Yeah, that's the other hard part is making it differentiating yourself enough so it's not
right.
Just a car track or yeah.
Need the 488 video of your car.
Do you?
Define need.
Yeah. How big of a need is this?
Really, really want the Texas turd shootout? It's not bad. I still like our original name for it. I don't want to say it because someone might steal it.
Yeah, don't say it.
No, because I think that's what I want to call it.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to make it happen. So I guess we're gonna do 2 dumb things this year with cars. Well,
So I guess 4th of
minimum.
July's out then.
probably
Yeah.
going all the way up to Alaska. I mean, you know how
That's a
hard
commitment.
it's hard to get up there.
Oh yeah.
It's expensive. It's like 8 hours of flying.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
looking at Altimas on Mannheim.
He's looking up Altimas.
Yes.
I want a
curve.
competitive Altima. I don't want a slow Altima.
Yeah, if we're gonna compete, I want to try and win. I don't think-
296 Altimas that are older than 2014.
How many?
296.
How
Oh,
many-
see, here's a 2014 Altima with the 3.5 in it, which is the bigger V6 for $1,800.
Ooh.
Is it the manual?
No,
Oh.
no, not that one. Let me sort it by manual and see if there's any.
Normal guys super beaters.
Careful with that one.
I was saying, that could have some
There's
strange
4
connotations.
manuals for sale.
Did?
Oh shit! You got to get on it now.
Oh damn, we
Let's
gotta
see.
snap one up.
Here's a 2002 3.5 SE manual
There you
for
go.
$2,800.
It's not
Okay.
bad.
It's not bad.
It's old man tan.
Old man tan.
You're
It's
gonna
a manual.
spray paint anyway.
Cloth interior. Let's see what else there is.
I like it.
I like where your head's at, Scott.
Bury the
Actually-
bottle in the dash. Yep.
I feel like if you cheated in that race, you would call yourself out afterwards. You know,
Well, it probably wouldn't help. So
probably not enough.
yeah, 100.
I feel like-
there's 99
yeah,
other
really-
cars to crash you out.
There's
so.
definitely a component of luck to winning that because it's just, did anyone else crash you out, right? Because that's, I feel like that's the highest probability is you're going to get crashed out by something else.
Yep.
So
Oh, man, I like it. I like where we're headed. It's good stuff.
yes,
I like this idea.
that's what we just. Yeah, you
Yeah.
weren't paying attention. We just did that.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at Altimas.
They've consumed him.
Oh man,
Yeah, the Altima, the 3.5 Altima had 270 horsepower.
dang.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah, it had the same engine that the 350Z had.
Okay, well, let's get one of. We got to get one of those then. Just set up a Mannheim thing that
Yeah.
only looks for those in a manual,
We need a
And-
clapped out one though.
and get
Yep.
one that's clapped out.
Oh, you got another shared idea from Super
Big
Car-
Ultima Energy.
That's just like living in Houston. This big Ultimate Energy.
That was pretty good. I like it. Oh lordy. No, yeah, no, that's just like on the nose. This isn't even like trying to
Yeah.
hide it.
No,
Texas tailpipe smokeout. Yeah, I already. We've got to name it what we've already talked about. I'm pretty sure you know what it is. I know Josh knows what it is, but
Yep. I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
because it was there, you know. Anyway,
So
All right,
anybody watching, if you happen to see a V6 Altima with a manual for sale anywhere in the country, send us an email.
Yeah.
I'm saying like maybe $3,000 and under.
yeah, I think that's
something like that.
in my mind. I told myself $3,000. We could drop $3,000 on it because we're gonna spend another decent amount of money putting safety crap in it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd love it to be under 5,000 total. 5,000 just for basically like doing something stupid. I mean, it'd be fun.
I think
definitely
it
be
would
fun.
give us. I think if people would actually watch those videos, I think they would get a lot of views.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Well,
Oh my gosh, I like
it's
it.
9:30. So apparently we're gonna try to do the Altima 600 or whatever. We need to actually like get signed up. So I guess we probably should email Cletus.
Yeah. They haven't opened it, but email him or their team or whatever and get at least registered.
Yeah, the good Ultimas are going to be in high demand right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you almost gotta wait a little bit for the energy to die down from because the
I
video
think if
just
we
came
found
out.
one at the auction at Mannheim or something, or at ACV, then we could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Because those aren't going to be available to the public.
No, definitely need to do that. Yeah, and then we also need to really lock down doing our beater car challenge. So, all right. Well, anyway, that's it for this week. So appreciate everyone. Trying to think if there's anything else I had to say. Nope, that's kind of it. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Cool.
Later.
And-
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, the barbecue. That's what I was trying to remember.
Nice.
ngsc.me/barbecue. Let me put it up on the screen real quick. There you go. Go to that website if you'd like to join us March 22nd at noon. $25 per person.
Coming up.
Barbecue, hanging out. It'll be fun. So, all right, everyone. See you.
Sweet.
Bye.
Later.